himself, he's not an evil being. He
Well,
only
that's an
does
appeal to
he.
ignorance.
No, but somebody can be.
I
Somebody
appeal to
can.
my belief because we're talking
No,
about
but
belief, innit?
Somebody can be good without being morally perfect.
No, but
Maybe
you asked me
maybe
what.
what you need to do is sort of talk a little bit about what the good means, right? Because
Thank you.
the point is right. The idea is that um, what you're not going to be able to understand perfect as meaning anything other than given a choice between two things, one prefers the better outcome. One prefers the action that brings about the better outcome, or whatever is the better action. I mean, I guess you don't have to cash it out in consequentialist terms, but the point is, whatever you have more reason to do, which is to say, whatever is the better thing to do, right? And so, it's just going to be analytic then that if a being is good, right, he's always going to choose what makes things better.
But that's fallacious, isn't it?
What's the
How's
fallacy?
that?
Because that's like me saying, and if I like ice cream, then and I'm always gonna eat ice cream. That's just fallacious.
but
I
No, let
didn't
me
say
let me.
that.
Now you say if he's good, then he
I'm
ought
saying if
only.
he's rational, right? He's always going to do what he has more reason to do, right? And if what determines what his reasons are, what he has most reason to do is what's best, right? Then as a rational being, he's always going to choose what's better, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if there's
yeah. There are
something
a lot of
evil,
ifs in it.
he can't. If there's something that brings about evil, right? God is going to have less reason to do it, right? Because what evil is what ought not to be, right? That's what it means for something to be evil, is that it ought not be, right? You have reason not to do it, right? It has reason not to exist. It has reason not to be brought about, right? As distinct from what's good, right? What's good, at least with respect to action, is what there's reason to do, what there's reason to bring about, what ought to be the case, right? It's just going to follow analytically then that a perfect being can't do evil, can't even permit it.
because that's what it means to be good.
Here's
Yeah,
the
that's just what it means to be good.
oh, there are a lot of ifs in what you're saying. I'm simply saying that for you,
Look,
they're not.
look, look,
It's
look,
not.
look, look.
Yeah.
My analysis, you don't accept. Do you not accept that good is what one has reason to do?
No.
Yeah, so what the hell do you mean by good then?
Well, hey, he asked me for my definition,
Well,
and then as I will
look,
explain,
you're just changing the meanings of words, right?
hey,
Nobody
Jack,
knows what you're
Jack,
talking about when you say God
Jack,
is good, right?
Jack,
If you don't understand good to mean what one has most reason to do.
Jack. When you ask someone something, you better let them answer. Otherwise, you never get the answer.
No, you're not addressing the point. I'm asking you, what do you mean by good? Just answer that question.
Should I jump while I'm doing it, or should I
What do
sit
you
down?
mean by good? What do you mean when you say something is good? What does that mean?
Can you stop screaming, man?
Look, if
It's
Just
somebody
want you to
comes to you,
answer the
Shaq.
simple.
question.
It's just
Look, Shaq, if
everybody.
somebody
Answer the
comes to
question.
you and is arguing with you like about triangles, and then you just ask directly, do you agree that triangles is that which has three sides? And then you just say no. You can't understand why people would get like frustrated.
Both, yes, but do you know what? Do you know what else is frustrating? When someone asks you something and then as
Yeah,
you're
just tell us.
answering,
Well,
Yeah, just tell us
do
what you mean
have
by
an
good.
answer or
can I?
no?
Yeah, here's the thing. You- okay, let me just answer the goddamn question.
Hmm.
Goodness is what God says is goodness. That's what I believe.
No,
Badness and evil.
but you
What
just
did I
used the
use?
word. You just used the word you tried to define in your definition. So you're not telling when you tell us goodness is what God says is good.
Yeah.
What God says is good. Good then, what does that mean?
Virtue.
No, but he's using the Definendum in the
thing.
definance.
But okay, goodness. Okay, goodness. Okay, I see what your point. Goodness is what God says is the better thing to do, the more virtuous thing to do, the thing we were created to do, the thing which we ought to do. That's the good thing, and sometimes it might even be mandatory. But that's general goodness, and the badness is things is things that God has and told us to not to do, things God has created for us in existence and with us. He has told us these things are bad, do not do these things. These things do not benefit you spiritually, do not benefit you physically.
Ought they to be done or not?
No, they should not
Are
be
good
done.
things, so good things are things that ought to be done, and evil things are things that ought not to be done, right?
Yes.
Now, isn't that what I just said before? Is that what I just said before when I said that's what the good is? The good is what ought to be done. The good
But
is what ought to be. Evil is what ought not to be. Is that what I just said?
I'm not gonna answer that, bro.
Yeah,
Just
you're not
leave
going to
me.
answer it because it is what I fucking said. And
No,
you
but
Yes.
fucking
This is
disagreed with
hilarious.
me. You fucking said that what I said was getting it wrong, and then you gave the same definition. That's
Now
why you're
here's
not going to fucking answer it.
okay. Thank you.
The
The difference, the
AR-15.
I
difference,
love Jack.
the difference between what you said and what I said is that I invoked God. You never invoked God, and how do I know that we're talking about the
I
same stuff?
said that good means what ought to be done. Are you agreeing with that or not?
And who compels what ought to be
That's a
done?
yes or no fucking question.
Who
Are you
compels?
agreeing with that or not?
Oh, this is a weird guy, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you going to answer my fucking question? That's a
I
yes or
would.
no fucking question.
No, I'm not.
You're not going to answer it. All right, get
No.
off the fucking stage then, you fucking dishonest piece of garbage.
Oh
Just
my
remove him from the fucking stage. Why talk to a fucking asshole like that? It's all right. It's okay. He's being removed from the stage.
That was top
was that
5
like
Jack
was
and
that like
Josh.
random people in the street asking you why you were
That
getting
was
angry?
No,
that
that's my
was
roommate.
amazing.
Oh, okay.
Jack really is the best.
Oh no, now we have
I like how
John Lee up here.
I like how
John
Jack.
Lee,
Look
you
who
wanted
came up.
something to say, John Lee?
Yes, I did think that Big made the distinction between what
There you
ought to
go.
be done and what God says is good.
So what God says is good ought not to be done.
Well, I mean, you would have to ask him, but I have a different
So it's
understanding.
not in the concept of what God commands that it ought to be done.
Yeah, I don't look at it that way.
Oh, okay. So what says ought not to be done? So God could say something and it ought not to be done.
I look at it as more descriptive than normative.
What the
That
hell
just
does that
means
So
mean?
what
that
is
God
it?
could.
Right.
That
No,
just means that
we've
God
been
could
over
command
this.
shit that
We've
shouldn't
been over
happen.
this before a million times. John Lee has no idea what good means because he says it's not a normative notion. So if you say God is good, or if God says the creation is good, what is he saying? Right? And we've asked John 400 fucking times to tell
Well,
us, and he doesn't
he
know.
certainly
So
isn't
let's just ask
saying
him one more
the
time and then
creation is
remove him from the stage.
200.
Okay, John? What does it mean when you
Jack.
say God is good, or
God,
when God says the
right,
creation is good? What does good mean there?
right. He certainly is not saying well, the creation is what ought to be done.
Yeah. So what does it fucking mean?
Can you define it in terms other than like in virtue of
I
what
just
God doesn't
demonstrated
want to
that.
do?
No, I just demonstrated that. You know, when he said the creation is good, he certainly is not saying what ought to be done.
You didn't
That's
demonstrate it.
nonsensical.
You asserted it. But that isn't the fucking question I asked you. Is it fucking
Are you
dumbass? I asked you
are
what
you
does good
asserting?
fucking mean when he says it.
Oh wait, Jack, are you saying
Are you
that
going to
God is
answer my
asserting
fucking
what ought to be
question?
done when he
Are
says
you going
that?
to answer my fucking question? What does
Is
good
that
mean?
coherent to say that?
What does good mean when
I'm
God
asking you a
says the
question,
creation?
Jack.
Stop asking me and answer my fucking question.
Should I
Yes,
just move this guy
whatever he's
to?
saying, he's not saying what ought to be done in that
Okay,
statement.
I'm gonna count to 3. All right, I'm gonna ask you the question one more time, and I count to 3.
Because it
If you
would
don't
be
fucking
incoherent to
answer it, you're
understand
gonna
that
be removed
statement
from the
as such,
stage, right?
Jack.
Do I have agreement from the other people on the stage that he should
Yeah, I
be
agree.
removed if he doesn't answer? Okay,
Yeah.
so when God says the creation is good, or when you say God is good, right? What does good fucking mean there?
Consistent to his nature.
What the hell does that mean?
It doesn't mean what ought to be done.
Yeah, what does it mean to say something is consistent with its nature? What could not be consistent with its own nature?
Bye
What could not be
bye.
consistent with its own nature?
He either
Like
left
he
or he got
left. He's
booted.
not here.
I think he
All right,
left
He's
all
because
not
right.
nobody
here.
moved him down, right?
No, no one moved
I
him.
didn't move him.
I was gonna move in, but my shit like lagged for some reason.
Yeah. No. For the record, nobody moved John. So
That was his 200th attempt, and he failed.
He shouldn't have been moved
511
because
is
he
the
shouldn't be
charge.
moved down because Jack is freaking out and that's hilarious.
It's funny is that Jack got angry at like a 68 IQ Somali. That was hilarious.
I got angry at who?
He got angry at like a Somali guy.
Oh, is that who you were talking to?
Yeah, and like Somalis have an average IQ of like 68. So it's like kind of funny. Yo, Jack, you missed the discussion with this guy called Caleb earlier.
Tell me about that.
Oh, he was like doing this like weird move where he said he believes that like babies have libertarian free will, but as you grow up, it becomes more deterministic.
And why?
I was like trying to ground like Molinism in that, but I was confused how the baby thing made any difference.
I don't know, some
Yeah, that's
nonsense about
bizarre.
like scope of action or something because like if you're a baby you don't have much choice. Some gibberish.
You know who followed me today was Canadian Catholic.
Oh, yeah?
It was more fun when Jack was screaming.
$1,000 prize to anyone who can tell us what good means.
Well, I don't think anybody can, because I think good to be like a primitive.
Can we get someone back up here for Jack to yell at?
Let's see,
You can yell at me.
well, Doug is in the stage. So that would be like Josh who would yell at Doug. It wouldn't be Jack.
I got a report from my informant that Jack was screaming earlier. What happened? Is everything
I was
good?
just, yeah, it was funny.
What, did John Lee join the stage?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
but
got
it was
angry.
private.
He got angry at some like 68 IQ Somali guy first.
Oh.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
He was a
in my
good guy, though.
Yeah. Well, dumb people can be good.
Wait, let's listen to Rick. Rick, what was that? Go ahead.
This is the worst thing I've experienced in the 6 months I've been on here. I've never seen anybody go off like that.
That
Wait,
was
was
funny, right?
Jack screaming?
Yeah, it was justified, though, right?
No.
No,
But
It's the best
Damn it,
thing.
bro. Why aren't replays
I don't
on?
think
Damn
it's
it.
ever justified to
It's so
cuss.
FNYY.
wait, Rick, is that you on your picture?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move you to stage, bro. I don't want fucking boomers.
Boomer removed.
I don't want boomers
Relax,
crying about.
relax. Relax.
Yeah, when I came on into and heard Jack
Hello.
yelling around, I could have sworn that
Hello,
Shark
Jack.
Dawkins had possessed him.
Well,
That
why
Shark
do you
Dawkins had
remove people
possessed
that
Jack.
Jack is like
Jack, you
probably gonna
alright,
yell
bro?
at?
Hello,
Yeah,
Jack.
you wanted Jack to yell at that boomer?
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Hold on, Venus, you're retarded. There could have been some good entertainment.
Yeah, that.
Wait, is
You,
that? Wait, who is dice? Is that Seiko?
Psych, bro.
No,
Do I sound black?
no, no. That's not Sako. Who's that?
Yeah, I don't sound black. Oh, John
Are you
Lee's
like
here.
a Discord personality?
Halfway,
you debate
halfway.
the problem of evil now.
I'm half half.
Yeah.
Chinese
Oh, but
go
do
eat
I know you
Snickers.
on Discord, or are you like
No, no,
a?
no, no.
Okay, okay.
Hey JS,
Ah,
hello JS.
what?
I said Jack needs to go eat a Snickers.
Yeah, no. I just
JS,
started a debate with
hey
Darth.
JS, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, yeah. What is this guy saying? Anyways, yeah, Venus. I started a debate with Darth. That's it. I wasn't on Discord that much.
Oh, I see.
I was saying Jack needs to go eat a Snickers. He's sounding like Darth.
Yeah, I saw someone say Jack is a subset of Darth, or it's like the other way around.
You think Darth sounds like Jack?
I think, yeah, at times. Well, I don't know if it's the other way around though. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Jack is just like he's sounding too much like Gary Milne, Darth Dawkins or whatever. It's like behaving just like him. It's like he's been possessed by Darth Dawkins' spirit or something.
Yeah, when you
Wait,
stare at
who's saying
the
that?
abyss stares back. Yeah, listen. What was the quote? It's like when you stare in the abyss stares back at you.
I mean, look,
Yeah,
it's
Nietzsche,
it's
but I just don't think that's
that's
right.
that's
I
just
mean, Darth
absurd, right?
Darth acts in a like highly unjustified way, but I mean, when Jack
Well,
gets
I was in
mad,
here and I thought Jack was
When you
acting
ask
in an
someone
unjustified way
what
too.
good means
yeah, well,
and they
yeah,
don't they can't answer that, like I'm not going to say that like you should like scream at them, but it's understandable that if you do, right?
Yeah, it's understandable to have some aggression. I mean, but only to some extent. But who was the guy? You know his name?
Yeah, it was Ali, one of the Alis,
And that
right?
was also John Lee.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like Venus ran him through the whole argument, and it just came right back to the definition of the good, and he didn't want to give it. So I don't see what the problem is.
Damn it, British guy. You should have put on replays. Come debate the problem of evil. I think John would be interested in that.
Darth is
It's
the
funny because
opposite. Darth will say something incomprehensible, and then when you ask him what that means, he'll shout at you.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing that Darth is much more irrational compared to Jack. I'm just saying that their behavior and how they treated the other person that they're speaking to is not eerily, but just ironically similar.
well, it's like saying if like someone's like getting fired at and then they fire at someone else, they're behaving the same way. It's kind of crazy thing.
No, no, no. It's more like if one person is behaving identical to in their methodology, in their manner of speech, in their emotional out of control behavior, just like the other person is behaving, even though they might be taking completely different sides on a position. Yeah, the behavior is what's objectionable, not their position.
well, no, I
Well,
think
even
that's like a
the
superficial
No,
reading,
what I
right?
was
So
saying
right.
if you're,
about
yeah, if
the two
you're,
people shooting each other, like one person shooting at someone and then another person shoots back to defend themselves, right? The behavior is the same, right? But they're not both morally objectionable.
Oh, I'm not saying that his behavior was even morally objectionable. It was just aesthetically displeasing and annoying.
Oh,
Yeah, but like shooting at
Well,
people
that's
is
just
aesthetically displeasing, though. But
Well, shooting
that's
at people is
uninteresting.
definitely
like
morally,
the guy who
It
was like
was
shoot.
pleasing for me.
but the
It's like the
discussion
guy.
that was conducted, I thought it was everything that people complain about Darth about, other than Darth's additional
No, but
irrationality.
the thing is, the guy wasn't answering the question, right?
Oh, I'm not disputing that he wasn't answering your question directly,
But what's
and
the
I'm not
point? I
disputing
mean,
that.
what's the point of talking to somebody who's just going to dodge?
I'm saying that your behavior was just like
Yeah,
Darth's behavior.
yeah,
Somebody
Just
doesn't
like
answer
the
the question,
right,
But
right,
wants him
wasn't
to
it
leave,
justified?
just him off the stage.
right.
Wasn't
But
it
you said like,
justified to behave that way?
right. The thing is, you said, what's the point in talking to someone? Like, you could just stop talking to him, right? Just move him down the stage.
yeah, but you could also scream at them though, which is like even better.
Yeah, I know. I'm going off of what Jack said, though, right? If there's no point, then there's no point, right?
Well, no, you have to discern that first
No, but like
by
Yeah,
The,
by
you're
the guy
discerning.
was
by
being
streaming it.
dishonest, right? He was being dishonest, right? He said, I'm not going to
But
answer your question, as if he was taking the moral high ground. But that was just a dodge, right? The reason why he wouldn't answer the question is because he'd have to concede the argument,
it's like that's exactly what
right?
Garrett says in his
Wait,
in.
were you
Yeah, I
on
yeah,
that?
this
understand
is
that Darth says that. Darth will say all kinds of things, right?
It's
He
exactly
says that
what
one
Garrett
can
says.
equal 3 in spiritual math, right? Uh, it doesn't really matter whether Darth says it or not, right? The point is whether it's true, right? And it was true in this case, right?
No,
It wasn't true
it
that he
was.
was dodging.
it was true that he was dodging. He was
Yeah,
evading answering the question directly.
yeah. And why was he doing that? Because he was
Because
dishonest?
no.
Oh, what was the reason then?
Do you think that the reason why people evade answering Darth's direct questions, because Darth's direct
What was his
questions
reason?
are
What was this
honest?
guy's reason?
Probably because you didn't have an adequate philosophical answer to the question.
Yeah, and did he say, you know what? Did he say, you know what? You've raised a
Yeah,
good
I know. I
point.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't say that, right?
yeah.
I
I mean,
agree that
people
he
don't
didn't
want to
say
admit
that
their like
Yeah, and why
philosophical
didn't he say
mistakes at
Because
that?
this
he didn't
stage,
want to
right?
get
Why didn't he say that?
emasculated.
because he was faced with a episode of cognitive dissonance. There's the what he believes and what
Yeah,
you
that
showed
just
him to
sounds like
be
dishonesty, right?
irrational.
Yeah, well, how is that different from dishonesty? I don't get it.
Dishonesty is where you actually outright lie, rather than you try
That's
to
Well, if
evade
actually
he's
not
answering the
faced with
true.
question
cognitive
to
dissonance, right? If he's
to
faced with
make
cognitive
your point.
dissonance, does that mean that he realizes that he couldn't answer the question without conceding my point?
Yeah,
Did he
just like
realize it?
people who discuss with
Yeah.
Darth get to
So
the point
that
where they
means that
realize
he
they can't
knew.
answer the
That means
question.
that he knew that I had given him
The
a
point.
sound argument, right?
No,
It doesn't mean that.
it doesn't mean that.
So what does it mean to say that he realized that he couldn't answer the question without conceding my point, if he didn't realize that it was a sound argument?
It means that he became uncertain as to his rationality and as to the soundness of yours.
He became, and so did he say he was uncertain about his rationality?
No, he expressed it by the fact that he wasn't able to agree with you because he was holding two
Yeah, this is
disparate
pointless.
notions in
This
his
is
mind. He
pointless.
had the cognitive dissonance.
This is pointless, right? There's no point with that.
No, the point is that to call him dishonest is just as inaccurate as when Darth calls his interlocutors dishonest.
Does anybody understand what this guy is saying?
I think I'm just gonna move
I
this.
understand.
I'm just gonna move this guy to the audience.
It's just like
I
some
understand,
SE
but I don't know
bullshit
what
that
the
he's
point is.
spouting. Like you should
Oh, is he an
be.
SE guy?
That sounds like.
Oh,
Yeah, doggy.
I'm not sure
I
if
like
he.
how this guy had like a perfect psychological analysis of the Muslim guy.
yeah, it's just hilarious.
Doggy chan.
I mean, it's just like really superficial, right? To say, well, the emotions or the this, specific thing is the same or something like that. Because we could draw up a bunch of like, trivial similarities, like, oh, Jack and Darth, they both speak English and
Yeah.
they're similar in that
Doggy
way.
chan.
Like, it's just not interesting, right? The difference is that, I mean, the methods and moral compass and a
No, but he
variety of other things.
concedes. He
Hey, Jack, can you mute your
concedes.
mic, bro? I cannot hear anything else what he's saying, bro.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's
No, but
alright.
he concedes that it wasn't a matter of justification. He just said it's an aesthetic matter. Why would anybody be interested in what his aesthetic preferences are?
Can you
Like,
guys
bro,
hear me?
like your bio and your profile picture is like aesthetically displeasing to me. Like, what the fuck is this bio? Traditional atheist, classical liberal with libertarian voluntarism, Greek philosophers, modern Enlightenment philosophers, in particular Adam Smith, John Locke. The fuck is this? This is like aesthetically unpleasing.
That's aesthetically appalling.
You should be banned because of this.
Moral subjectivism, mankind's inherent epistemic subjectivism. Oh my god.
What's not to understand of all that?
There's nothing that's not to
Wait, but
understand. It's
why
just
are we
aesthetically
talking to
pleasing.
this guy? Why is this guy up here?
I don't know, like maybe the British guy or something moved him.
Does somebody want to talk to this guy? This guy seems like a complete fucking waste of time.
Well, we want to waste your time.
Oh, it was Josh who brought him up.
I didn't bring him up, no.
Oh, it wasn't you?
No. But whoever did probably has the same sympathies I do. We just want to waste Jack's time.
Yeah, but you know the funny thing is, you would get angry at that guy.
Yeah.
But Josh is even more of a powder keg than I am.
That's the funny thing.
Yeah, but Jack would do the same thing. He would want to see me yell at some.
Absolutely. Everybody would. Every rational person.
I don't know Josh too much, so
You know,
like,
this guy
what
strikes
makes
me as
Josh
the.
powder cake?
This guy strikes me as like a white male version of Sophia.
Holy shit.
Doggy Chan.
Well, you know what I mean, Jack?
Actually, I'm not sure what you're getting at there.
The what?
I'm not sure what you're getting at there.
Elites.
No, I know who you mean, but I don't know what you're getting at by saying that he's like a white male version of Sophia.
Oh, I just objects to like the most ridiculous things.
Okay.
And it's like all gibberish. Some guy called Safina Mustard just joined.
Yeah, Venus, don't you have a degree in philosophy?
Yeah, I have a degree, sadly.
Yeah, that is sad. But what degree?
I have a degree in philosophy. Oh, you asking? Oh, it's just a master's.
Yeah, I
There's a
would do
lot of
that
these.
too. Yeah, I would do that too. There's like no jobs, and no Middle Eastern parents can allow that. So
Exactly. I love these like white profile pictures. Look at this Matt, guys. It's like him holding a fish.
Oh god, it's like those white people that hold the fish up, bro.
I like the difference between Discord, where it's like all anime profile pictures, and then here it's like white. These white boomers holding their fish.
I still have an anime profile picture, so I'm good.
He's the type to have that really long hat, which just says like "the fish fear me," and so.
Look at Jordy. Well, he's attractive though.
Jordy looks like an anti-vaxxer.
No, he looks like a caveman who's like a conspiracy theorist or something.
Wait, are you like a Middle Eastern?
Me? Yeah.
No, which country are you from?
I think you are
I'm
very
from
bored.
Iraq.
Yeah,
What was that, Jordy?
you are very bored that you are making.
Are you like an
fun
Israeli?
of me.
No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of you, bro. I said you're attractive. It's just jokes. Right?
Yeah, thank you.
Jordy,
Yeah.
are you Israeli?
Yeah, you know, I used to be like short hair, no beard, but now I'm living like in a cabin in a small mountain near
He's
Barcelona.
Catalonian. He's from Barcelona.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But I'm living now as I said, in a cabin in the mountains. Yeah. So I'm a little bit like no shaves and no hairdresser. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised he speaks English. People in Spain can't speak English to save their life.
sorry, I didn't get it.
I said you like English is very good for like to be
Hello,
a Spaniard.
everybody.
Yeah, for the Spaniards, yes, but when I
I
have
see.
to talk something complicated here, I get stuck and I look very bad.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who's
To
confused
answer
on
your
the
question,
problem
Venus.
of evil?
Yeah. To answer your question, I was born in Iran, but I'm ethnically Kurdish. So, yeah.
Oh, I see.
You know what Kurds are, right?
Yeah,
Aren't
they're
you
like.
Armenian? You sound Armenian, so I'm guessing
No,
you're
I'm not
Armenian.
Armenian.
I see a lot of theists down in the audience.
Wait, you're not like?
Yes,
Are you like a
yes. I
Muslim
am
or
a
like an
theist.
atheist?
I am a theist.
Cool.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm a deist, but yeah.
No, I see.
Yeah, theist. I am a theist.
Can you tell us what the good means, Haas?
So you don't believe
Why
in?
is he a deist, though?
Can you tell me
You don't
what the
believe?
what? Sorry,
1 second. Let me. Who is this Haas Kas guy? Does anybody know who that is?
No.
I'm a
We want.
theist. Theist. I'm a.
I'm just gonna move this guy. He's just making noise. Yeah. So is the? So you don't believe in Ahura Mazda?
Who are you asking me?
No, the Kurds don't
Yeah.
believe in that.
Are you
The
sure
Kurds?
about
No,
that?
Kurds are Sunni
Yeah,
Muslims.
yeah, they don't believe in
No, I mean the vast
Kurds are
Zoroastrianism.
majority.
Sunni.
No, no, no. The vast majority of Kurds are Muslims. It's obviously like
Yeah.
But there are
No.
90%,
Kurdish
and then
Zoroastrians?
no, prior to Islam. I'm talking about prior to Islam when they
Wait,
when their religion.
were they Zoroastrians prior to Islam, the
Yeah.
Kurds?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Most of
would
them.
have
Yeah.
been. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of them were. Yeah. And some were Yazidi, but no. Yeah. Now Kurds are like 99.9% Sunni Muslims. So yeah.
Well, what else would there
H.
have been, Jack?
I don't know. I guess I'll try looking it up.
No, but like just without thinking about it, without looking it up, what did you
Well, I
imagine them
mean,
to
the
have been?
thing is, were they actually sort of like, um,
Well
I mean,
defined as a people.
well, that's the thing, right? Like, because I mean, like there were sort of like Iranian tribes that like lived in the mountains
Yeah.
Hmm.
that were not sort of like Persianized at
Yeah.
all, right? And so I guess I don't know enough about like the early history of the Kurds to know whether they were sort of like absorbed in the empire and followed the
Yeah.
religious, sort of like the official religious practices of the Persian Empire, or if they were sort of like these kind of mountain people who
All right, I see what you
existed
mean.
on the fringe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it was the Median tribes, which were like Persian tribes, but they were
Yeah, but
Kurds.
Medes aren't Kurds. Though.
You don't think
It's
so?
like
I don't
I know
think
Kurds like
that's
to
the
claim.
common view that
Yeah,
among
that's not the majority view amongst
historians.
historians, though. Like Kurds like to
Really?
claim. Yeah.
I thought no. What? I thought it was definitely like the Median tribes were where Kurds originated from.
But the Median tribes weren't Zoroastrians though. They were like they followed Mithraism, didn't they?
I wouldn't know off the top of my head.
I'm not even sure. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, they followed Mithraism and early Zoroastrianism.
Yeah, that could be a problem. Zoroastrianism isn't that old. I think it's like 400 to 600 BC.
Yeah, all the Zoroastrians like turned into
Well,
Muslims. So.
I think there's some people who think that Zoroaster himself, if he existed, would have been a much older figure than even that. Like, there's a lot of debate about if Zoroaster existed, how old,
He will have been,
how
yeah.
long ago it would have been, you know.
I've seen something crazy like 6,000 years.
Yeah, well, that seems insane. But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
insane.
there's
Yeah.
like some people say maybe even like 1,200. But let me see if I can look up some of this.
Wait, HT, where are you from? You sound so Armenian. I'm surprised
Yeah,
you're not
I'm from Morocco.
Morocco. Hmm.